Hi everyone, I'm Byun, Director of Solution Engineering here at Logiwa, and today we're going to talk about B2B fulfillment. My colleague Beril and I will walk you through the fundamentals of B2B processing in Logiwa IO, so you can see just how simple it is to stay compliant, streamline your bulk order processing, and keep your operations running smoothly. Now, when we talk about B2B fulfillment, it's not just about shipping larger orders. It's about handling those complex requirements like managing your pallets, cartons, meeting your strict delivery windows, and making sure every shipment satisfies your business partners, distributors, and retailers.
Exactly. In today's session, we are going to start by breaking down what B2B fulfillment really involves, from pallet receiving and bulk shipping to labeling standards. Then we will show you how Logiwa IO helps simplify the entire process with built-in tools that make B2B fulfillment easy to manage even at scale.
Yeah, we'll also take a closer look at retailer compliance, since meeting labeling, packing, and shipping standards is critical when working with major retailers. Logiwa IO helps you stay on track by automating these requirements and ultimately reducing errors. Finally, we'll wrap up with the key benefit that will help you scale your B2B operations without adding more complexity. So let's get started. Okay, a crucial yet often overlooked part of successful B2B fulfillment and retail compliance is an efficient inbound process. So how you receive and prepare those goods, that really sets the stage for everything that follows.
I agree 100%, Eric. Get B2B inbound wrong and it's a domino effect of headaches. B2B inbound process involves managing large, often diversified shipments, verifying them against supplier documents, and quickly getting them ready for specific B2B orders. Any delays or errors can have a ripple effect.
Good point. So how do we reduce that ripple effect? Well, it starts with mobile receiving. That lets your team receive in goods directly on their handheld devices. So what you ordered on the PO or that ASN is exactly what you get. Plus, it smoothly handles all those different unit of measures, parent pack types. So whether you're receiving a pallet, a case, inners, or eaches, keeping your inventory count spot on from the moment you begin receiving is critical. You can build LPs at the dock door or configure different flows based on the client or the vendor. Really, the goal of Logiwa's receiving operation is to make the bulk intake process faster and much more accurate. And finally, the system guides your team through smart put away to ensure once you've received everything that it ends up in the optimal storage locations.
And we should add the flexibility. You can actually customize the receiving screen on those mobile devices. Decide what fields your team sees, make sure critical information like lot numbers or expiry dates are forced to be entered, and control who can edit things. It really molds how your team works best.
Yeah, and as we all know, exceptions happen all the time. So with built-in functions like creating new SKUs on the fly, or even the ability to report and take a photo of damages directly from the mobile device, Logiwa IO has the flexibility to ensure you're managing even those non-compliant flows. All right, so now that we've accurately received and stored our products, let's focus on the complex part, getting those orders out the door. This is where Logiwa accelerates your outbound operations with end-to-end coverage, from planning your shipments to smart allocation, and of course, the efficient picking and loading operations.
For high-volume B2B operations, keeping your picking process organized is key, and Logiwa IO makes that easy with wave rule setup. You can group orders based on priority, shipment date, or any criteria that fits your operations. Instead of jumping from one order to the next, your team picks in a smooth, structured flow.
Definitely. And just to go one level deeper, you can even set up custom picking job types for your different orders and needs. So whether you're handling oversized products or trying to manage temperature sensitive goods, the configurability of the platform That's what enables the delivery and sequence of each task right to your team's devices. And of course, with clear step-by-step instructions on where to go, what to scan, operational efficiency has really never been easier.
Then comes the final stage, getting those orders out the door efficiently. Logiwa IO's shipment planning lets you consolidate multiple orders heading to the similar locations or using the same carrier into the same optimized load plans. These plans don't just streamline the shipping process, they also drive and prioritize the picking process.
Yeah. And so now with our orders picked, our shipments are planned, generating the correct documentation is critical. Within the platform, you can customize packing slips by client and retailer. And for bulk orders, the system lets you generate key documents like manifests and BOLs that are all tailored to your specific requirements.
And the final step, getting it on the truck correctly. The mobile loading feature provides guidance to your team on the ramp and ensures that each planned shipment is loaded accurately onto the designated truck or trailer. Altogether, Logiva IO gives you full control over your entire B2B or outbound process, making sure every order ships on time and exactly as planned.
So we've seen how Logiwa IO in general can manage B2B fulfillment, but if we take a closer look, let's explore how these processes can be configured to help you stay on top of retailer compliance. The objective here is to add those automations to the process and ultimately reduce chargebacks.
Absolutely. With Logiva, it all starts by configuring each retailer with their specific rules. You define their requirements, label formats, and assign the appropriate retailer job type to the order. These job types serve as automated rulebooks. So when an order comes in for a retailer like Walmart or Target, Logiva instantly knows how to process it.
And a big part of the retail compliance is also getting the labeling right. So with Logiwa, we can generate UCC labels for each case or parent pallet fully aligned with your retailer specifications. These labels aren't just correctly formatted, they're actually integrated into the workflows. And of course, to ensure every box is labeled properly, Logiwa supports UCC number validation during the picking process, again, to reduce those errors and prevent costly chargebacks.
That's right, Eric. As you mentioned before, exceptions happen all the time. So if something goes wrong during the process, like a damaged label, you can quickly reprint it. No rework, no delays, just a few clicks and you're back on track. All right, enough talking. Let's jump into the quick demo to show you exactly how Logiva IO makes retailer compliance a breeze.
All right, jumping into the demo, let's take a closer look and an example of how we can accomplish retail compliance within Logiwa IO. So the client we'll be working with today is Dove Soap. You can see we currently have some outstanding orders waiting for processing, but the first bit of configuration has to deal with the client itself. So within my client list, I've configured for this Dove Soap all of the relevant details to generate the SSCC 18 barcodes. Now, in addition, we've also set up the retailer. So today we'll be looking at the Walmart retailer, and all this gets connected here when we look at the shipment plan and how we plan orders that are dedicated for a specific pickup. So here I have a shipment plan, some information on the carrier, as well as where it's expected to load out of. And I can also see the customer and plan orders. So as I need to add or potentially remove orders, all that is available via this UI. Now, for the orders that we're looking at today, we have a few that are in a ready to pick and a ready to load status. For allocation, within the job type settings of the platform, we've configured a Walmart specific allocation. And here we've denoted that in this flow, we will be pre-printing our UCC labels, and as opposed to scanning each individual, we'll be using a scan interval method. So first and last for each pick location. So coming back to our orders here, once the allocation is completed, we can actually generate retail labels. Here we have the 30 cases that have been allocated. And once we've selected both the LP type and the printout, we can essentially print all of the different SSCC barcode labels. Now, we've already printed these, so I'll go into the reprint flows just so you can see. So the system will generate the unique barcodes. And since we did the preprint flow, the operators will take this stack and begin the pick operation. So coming into the mobile device here, you can see I have one job or task assignment, and that would be our ready to pick Walmart order. Now the first scan here is going to be to confirm the parent pallet or the LP that I'll be picking to, and the location in which I will drop the pallet off. So Logiwa has directed the operator now to go to the F11 location. We're looking for 10 cases that should be on the pallet RP990. So pallet scan, barcode scan, and once we've confirmed the 10 cases, the system will prompt for a first and last UCC scan. We'll scan the first. And we'll scan the final one. And now the system will continue until we've picked the entire order. So we'll back out of this for now. I'll confirm that I want to keep this pallet here at the stage 1 location. And now let's take a look at loading. So this order has already been picked. The next task is the loading step. So in addition to those case UCCs, we also have the ability to print off the parent LP. So once we're ready to load, we will select that shipment plan and then confirm the dock door in which we will be doing the loading operation. Final step of our process is to scan that generated parent SSCC label. And here we have one final option to edit any of the dimensions of the license plate, including length, width, height, and weight. But upon loading completion, we can see that our order is now ready to ship. Once this other order is in a ready to ship status, we can essentially release the truck and directly ship the shipment plan. All right, Beril. So as always, we like to wrap up these sessions with 3 key takeaways. So what are the 3 things you want our viewers to really remember about the B2B fulfillment process within Logiwa IO?
Sure. First up, simplify and accelerate your B2B fulfillment. Logiwa IO streamlines your entire B2B process from receiving to shipping. This means less manual work, fewer errors, and quicker turnaround times that keep your customers happy. Our second takeaway is that you can effortlessly stay compliant. We know retailer requirements can be complex, but Logiwa IO is designed to automate those rules for you. By using configurable retailer-specific rules, automated UCC label generation, and guided mobile picking, you can prevent costly mistakes and avoid chargebacks. And lastly, scale your B2B operations with confidence. As your business grows or order volumes spike, Logiwa IO's flexible tools like wave picking, shipment planning, and loading help you handle increasing complexity without adding stress. You can get full control, so every order ships on time, every time.
Absolutely nailed it, Beril. Thank you so much. Those 3 takeaways really highlight our overall objective, which is to help shippers fulfill smarter, stay compliant, and grow efficiently. So thanks so much for joining our quick take today. We hope you're ready to fulfill smarter and grow faster with Logiwa IO. We'll catch you on the next one.